gassy green. Terrible town, terrible town, terrible town, terrible town.
Welcome back to Here We Skol. We're gonna let Chavez jump right in here. 2 weeks in a row. Tough start, tough little stretch. We kind of been seeing it, calling it for a week or two.
I called it from the beginning, but anyway.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm gonna shut up now. But now until he bounces a few off of me. But until then, Chavez. What in the world is going on?
Well, like I said, I called it in the beginning when we did our one episode and picked the games for the season. I said it, we're going to get a pretty decent start, hit it off, do pretty good. And then suddenly, just like last season, the seasons before, it seems like later in that last quarter of the season, I don't know, this become predictable. I know definitely the injuries. I'm going to touch base on that in a little bit, but oh man, it's just hitting that point of the year again. Just they kind of stumble. They kind of just lose their footing before they get back in that groove if they can get that playoff run. But I don't know. I think there's a lot going on in this one. Tough loss.
To your team's defense, you flew Ben in on a separate plane by himself because he had COVID all week. And he actually looked pretty good for the most part.
That was mostly because he took his COVID test at midnight Saturday morning on his front porch.
Yeah. And it's also because Mason Rudolph is trash. So there was really no other option.
They tried to make sure that they got him, yes.
It was like, I don't care if you practice all week, dude. No.
Sit
over. Go to your bench. Go to your bench.
Go to locker room. Go to locker room.
Wait, I'm sorry. Go get your Surface Pro. Ain't that what it is?
Just go to the locker room and play Madden.
Yeah.
Learn your timing there.
Yeah.
Do some skill drills on that one. Virtual reality or something. I don't know. We already talked about Mason. He didn't play. Hallelujah. That was one of my keys last week on that.
I'm just going to let you know my goal this podcast is to derail you.
We'll see how it goes. So anyway, we're going to go to the loss to the Chargers. It was a tough loss. To be honest, I was so tired. I was dozing off and on in the second half, and it was rough.
Oh, that's never good.
It was crazy because the first thing I know, it was like 21-10, and it was like 30-20 or something like that. I can't remember. I was like, 34-20. I was like, oh my gosh.
Were you winning or losing?
Huh?
You were still winning though.
No, we were losing.
You were losing when that part. Okay.
At that point, yeah. And then I caught the Freiermuth touchdown, and then the field goal. So I was awake at that point. I was back up. I'm like, oh, okay, hold on. Got the second win finally going. And I just watched the rest of the game from there, and that's what happened. Anyway, so from the best that I saw, I did watch highlights. I watched as much of post game as I could and everything from there. And then just from what I could witness as well, my key number 3 to the loss is the defense was just missing too many key starters. Minka, Hayden, Watt. I mean, we already got Alu, Tuitt. I think Tuitt's done for the season. I don't think he's coming for the season. No. I hope everything's okay. I hope he's in doing great. I hope he's healthy, mentally, emotionally, physically, everything for you, dude. Definitely understand and everything, but on that, I just don't know if he's going to be coming back this season. With that said, with the defense missing all those key starters, again with my petition of Cam Hayward being Defensive Player of the Year, Cam can only do so much.
And he did a lot.
Oh my gosh! And you even saw it on that one play when Herbert was just scrambling. He was running and he was like, I just can't no. Like he just couldn't, right? And then he saved the touchdown later on. I mean, he is just tired. He can only do so much. But that is why this dude deserves to be the All-Pro.
He should be All-Pro for sure.
Definitely an All-Pro first team. But also the Defensive Player of the Year because he, as I said it before, he has been there since the first snap. Mm-hmm. He has done your argument. You said it all with the Steelers players. There's always two. That was the argument when we did our mid-season too early awards. Yeah, I said Watt, Hayward, but no, this is all Hayward, man.
All right.
I mean, you can argue, and then
But here's my thing, though. So the defensive player can usually carry your team. So if he can't carry him by himself, then is he really the defensive player?
you can only carry your team as much as, and that's going into my reason number 2.
All right, what's the number 2?
Reason number 2 is the complementary players and backups on defense were exposed for their lack of tackling skills.
Yeah.
I mean,
They've been struggling.
Bush, Schoberg, come on. You are middle linebackers. You're supposed to tackle. Regardless if it's the run or the pass. It doesn't matter. Any of the defensive players, you're supposed to tackle. I don't know what you're getting about wanting to do the highlight shoelace thing. I don't know. Well, I'll get more into that later when it comes to next week's game. But my goodness, this lack of tackling and allowing these running backs to just do little pirouettes and ballet crap around us and get through and jump over. No, come on. That is not Steelers defense. Dick LeBeau would be ashamed to be watching this right now. I'm sorry to even mention that man's name comparing to this defense that's playing right now, because he would not have this type of defense going. Butler, get your stuff together. I got on Canada last week. I'm going to get on you this week. Get that stuff together. Get back to basics on that one. I'm going to talk about it later. But these dudes need to tackle. Enough with this scheme and zone and hit him with the shoulder, and hopefully that knocks him down. That ain't working no more. Okay, sorry. Number 1. Now, I beg to differ what you said in your comment about the Chargers not being that good of a team. When it came to that Sunday night, the Chargers were the better team.
I mean, I'm not saying they're not.
I mean, Eckler with 4 touchdowns. How they ate up the defense still.
I just feel you guys didn't take advantage of the idiocy of their coaching staff. And maybe you guys are not a better team with all the injuries and being depleted, but I think if you utilized your skill players properly, you guys would have done better.
Maybe.
But that's just my opinion. I'm done. Sorry.
So that's just my opinion on that one, just from everything I saw when it came to the highlights and things like that. I mean, the Steelers have great players, but they did in some key spots, especially in that secondary. No Minka, no Joe Hayden to really direct and lead those other cornerbacks and linebackers into being in the right position. And
they put up a lot of points.
That's what gave up that game-winning touchdown at the end. Yeah. That's what just gave it up right there. In all honesty, was no Minka or Hayden with that veteran knowledge of out there, just knowing where people need to be in the coverages. And yeah, all in all, though, I still think my team played a hard game. They still toughed it out. In all honesty, when it hit halftime, I thought the game was over.
Can I add a key to the loss?
Go ahead.
The officiating was awful.
Oh, we'll get into that a little bit more too.
Awful. How many fucking targeting shots are you guys not going to call?
So
they almost killed Najee.
So if you see my next note on there, and they play hard, they took some risks going deep.
Yeah, they
was out of it, you know.
They tried to score. They actually put up some points too.
They put up some good points. I mean, they went 4th down in the first quarter, which, I mean, I would have done the same thing too. Just that play, I don't know if it was the right one to do to execute. Anyway, and then they took some cheap shots. Not only did Najee take that freaking hit, but then Cam Sutton.
Yeah,
that hit on the interception with the offensive lineman.
Was super. He should have got it.
If his helmet pops off,
right? And they just were like, "Nah, play ball."
Oh, that was his shoulder. Really?
I was kind of shocked they didn't. I always thought, man, I had the wrong. So I haven't watched Pittsburgh in the last couple of years, and I've been watching them this year.
Right.
And I always thought y'all got more calls than that. Like, I thought y'all was on like that Dallas Green Bay love.
Dallas Green Bay Patriots love? No.
I will say this, though. The Packers didn't get no love against us.
No.
I told you, I think he pissed off the league. Like, I think the Green Bay love is done. I think their skid's about to...
Man,
I'm calling it now. Calling it now, but my bad. Sorry to go off topic.
Sure, you didn't go that much off topic. I mean, like I said, they took some cheap shots. That was some dirty shit on some of that stuff. Dirty. I mean, that shot on Najee took him out of the game.
NFL officiating at it again.
I know. Oh, it's a clean hit. Really, that dude threw his elbow at his head in midair.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, at the end of the game, he targeted his head. He struck his head.
Yeah, I mean,
but whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. We either do this or we don't. I mean, I hate the inconsistencies. I hate a team getting robbed off of that crap. That should have been 2 first downs. Y'all might have been able to get down the field then.
We might have been first. We definitely been first and goal on that cam hit.
Yeah, right. So it's kind of like, I mean, these things are changing games where it's like, fucking fix the officiating. I'm tired of saying it every week.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's my obligation that we have a platform to say it every week. Officiating was dog shit again, except for the Vikings-Packers. So why was that? Why was that?
Anyway, it happens. This was 1 or 2 games where things actually go right. That's why they grade the referees and stuff, and that's why they have those playoffs and Super Bowl teams.
Man, they need to do more. Their pay needs to be based on that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I think so too. Incentivize it definitely on that part.
Yeah, man.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just move it all along. You know, another week, another game, done. What can we do about it? We got a division game now here against the Cincinnati Bengals. So I'm just gonna go into my Tomlin mode here for a second. I don't have any gum. Really to chew. But first thing we're gonna go, key number 3. Luck is 90% preparation, 10% perspiration. We just need to be prepared. We know who the Bengals are. We just need to take out their key pieces of the game, offensive, defensive, special teams as well. I think that's going to be the 3rd key there. Help them get the win. Key number 2, we're going to get back to basics. As I mentioned in earlier, talking about the defense. Get down to tackling properly, getting those proper hits, hitting those gaps properly, not leaving, hit everywhere else, but leave that one gap open where the offensive line, or maybe it's the offensive line doing the good job. I don't care. Get back to basics, play some Steelers football, defense and offensively. Next, as I mentioned, the Chargers were the better team last week. We need to be the better team this week. Not just during the week, especially on Sunday. On that day, be the better team against the Bengals. Plain and simple. Your reaction, go ahead. Tomlin gone. Okay, what's up?
Use your weapons. Have your speedsters go across the field. Have Freiermuth post up.
Freiermuth and Claypool, right?
Nah, Johnson and them.
As much as I love him getting all that juice, he killed me in fantasy.
Yeah, but I mean,
but it's okay. I appreciate it. 101 yards, good job. In fact, good thing that you mentioned Johnson too, because he led the team in drops last season. And this season, he's only had 1.
Yeah. He's been, he's impressed me. I didn't like him at the beginning of the year, honestly. Because he dropped so much.
You heard me
I hate
exactly.
receivers that drop balls.
You've heard me exactly with him, how he dropped the ball. He's been making
plays. He's been coming down with tough contested catches. He's fast. You get him on the open,
You got Claypool on the other side for the 50-50 balls.
Still got Najee. I don't know about the 50-50 balls, man. You got to keep.
With Claypool?
Yeah.
Claypool's got that body and build. He's almost got a Fitz type.
Yeah, but I think sometimes, like, if you're going to throw a jump ball to Freiermuth. If you're going to throw a deep post or a slant, throw it to Claypool. Like, I don't think he needs to be fade balling it. He needs some angle so you can run under it.
Yeah.
Personal opinion. But, so I think, just utilize your weapons properly. I think Burrow hit him in the mouth a couple of times. Cam Haywood, keep picking them centers up and putting them in their laps. Get them hands up. It frustrates quarterbacks. It breaks up plays. It gets you interceptions.
Support to it, definitely.
Trick drills, yeah, definitely. So, I mean, hopefully another week you get a little healthier. I picked you guys to win this game. I think you're going to win. I think it'll be a close one. I'm going 27-21.
27-21?
Yes. 2 touchdowns for Freiermuth. Najee will get another one, and of course, Boz will put a couple through.
Yeah. I like the positivity.
I could see that.
Unfortunately, I still pick Cincinnati on this one. And the key to the loss, and it's kind of just how you said it, Joe Burrow. It's the Joe Burrow show.
It ain't never the Joe Burrow show. It's the Jamar Chase show. Cover Chase, and you'll be all right. You'll be all right.
That depends if we have Hayden and Minka.
Yeah, it's true. This is true. This is true.
That puts a lot on there. It's a lot of ifs on that part.
Yeah.
And I guess that's another big key on that part. Key 1A, I guess, or 1B. Get these players healthy.
Get them healthy.
Yeah,
definitely.
I mean, our bye week's already gone and passed. We're not lucky enough to get it later in the season like
we had the same year as you, right? Of course, the Packers is another week from now.
Right. And got the Chiefs and Cardinals coming up this week. So it's like, wow, some of these teams are getting that perfect spot. I don't think the Cardinals, they expected it, but I mean, perfect timing for perfect timing.
Honestly, I still think the Vikings came at a perfect time. We were kind of banged up. We were 3-3 at that point. It's not like we were kind of skidding a little bit. And then we came out and lost to Dallas, which made it even worse. So it seems even worse, but I still think it was a good time. It was early enough for us to right the ship still.
I've just never been a fan of the early buys, especially back in the day when you had a week 1 buy. Oh, yeah. Why?
Yeah, that's right. They moved them after week 4.
They started bunching them up more.
Yeah.
In later in the weeks and stuff. But yeah, week 1 buy, I remember that. I remember hearing it back in the day on the radio. They would say, if you got a week 1 buy, the NFL knew you weren't making the playoffs. They knew you were going to be a bad team. But
I personally feel there should be 2 buys and they should extend the season. Personally.
I don't mind that.
I know
add one more game, but an extra buy.
Yeah, definitely. Give you one more time to rest. Give you a little more rest in there, and you can extend the season another week. I mean, you making money.
But I mean, you're making money, but then that's pushing that could be pushing Super Bowl mid-February.
So football's year round now, anyways.
I don't know. Kids sit there. I don't know.
I think people just get scared of change and be like, man, it's always been this way.
I don't think so. It's not so much the scared of change. I don't know.
I want more football.
I know you want more football, but then when does it become too much of a good thing?
I mean, what's different? It's just, it's a one more. Personally, I think it makes the sport better because it allows the players another week to get healthy. I want healthy players out there. I like to see teams compete.
Yeah, but if you're playing longer, you're not going to have the healthy players.
What do you mean? I didn't say another game. I just said another bye. One more bye to let them heal their bodies. So you can get one in the first quarter. So week 1 through 8, and then week 17 through 12. So you can rest your body and let everybody heal up a little bit.
I don't think they'll do that. That's not.
I know they're not going to do it.
That's not cost effective.
I think it is cost effective. You get another week of football on TV.
You would think, but.
I mean, you get another week of football on TV. You get them paid ads. You get instead of 17 weeks, you get 18 weeks. Yeah. Or wait, 18 weeks, you get 19 weeks. Yeah, and then you get your 3-4 playoff weeks.
Why don't you just round it up to a good 20?
I was gonna go to 25, but I always kind of try to stay.
20. You realize that's almost half a year of
52.
football.
How long does baseball go? How long does hockey go? How long does basketball go? They all go about 6 months. Every sport is about 6 months. So to me, it ain't no different.
Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up with my score for the game. I did pick Cincinnati. I think it's going to be 31-23. I think they're going to score some points. Cincinnati, unfortunately, is going to score more, especially if that secondary is weak with no Minka and Joe. Watt's going to be out for maybe at least another week. I hope they don't rush him.
Saying another week?
That's what I was projecting. That's what I've been projecting just based off of the initial reports and stuff. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they didn't IR him, so you figure 3 weeks is about.
If it's not 3 weeks anyway, right? I mean, if it's 3 weeks, you're going to IR him anyway.
Yeah.
So, but that's what I got for the Steelers. Let's see how it goes. You know what? I'm still going to.
Need it.
Yeah. Ooh, you see them towels waving in SoFi? Did you see them towels waving in SoFi?
I tweeted a picture of it.
It was beautiful. I like seeing it all.
SoFi is a second home.
It is a second home for the Steelers. Oh, well,
for everybody.
That's true.
Everybody.
Darn near. Vegas is going to turn into that too, I think.
I think that's what Vegas is.
I think it's going to be even worse.
Yeah.
I think even worse just because it's Vegas. I mean,
yeah, but Vegas. Everybody loves Cali.
Shoot, you may go to a Vegas game and there may be, they're playing to just say the Chiefs. You're probably going to see Chargers and Broncos and Steelers and different fans, all just because they're in Vegas and it's a football game.
Yeah, but that don't really make it a home game.
It don't make it a home game.
A neutral game.
Right. I mean, just like I told you, I'm a Steelers fan, but I went to go see the Broncos and the Chargers.
Right.
In San Diego. I mean, it was just a vacation, Thursday night game.
San Diego.
It was an experience. I got to see them play at the old, it wasn't Qualcomm. Was it Qualcomm?
I think so. No. Qualcomm? I don't know, man. I'm not a state.
I can't remember anymore either. Yeah, it's been so long. But I mean, I was at an old stadium. I'll tell you that. Oh boy, that was. I earned some steps on that baby. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here now. We got a little too enough for the evening. Enough for the evening. We're good. Take it as it is from there. Please, once again, like, share, subscribe. Appreciate you watching the Steelers edition of Here We Skol.
All right.
Thank you mucho.
Steelers, when you are facing a 3rd and 5 and you're trying to make a short pass. Steelers, I'm sure you're feeling quite confident. Porter will drop you flat on your ass. Steelers, bring your whole defense up for a blitz. Yeah, your corners can run a 4-4. Steelers, then Ben dodges 2 or 3 easily.
In the city of the black, the gold, you dealing with the gray, the bold. Don't forget about the D, the O. We doing this at home, on the road. From the coin toss to the kickoff, it's only one thing on my mind, and that's to get the other team a big loss. This game is for the hard, baby, not for the soft. If you weak, then I'ma run it to your side with a toss.